IVM.
Sometimes it feels like all the weight of the world has fallen onto my shoulders, and it usually happens on my downtime while I'm enjoying a nice game of cricket. It's like my family realizes that I'm watching cricket and they just rush to ruin it for me then. My mom will come in ranting about some problem with the neighbors. My wife will come in shouting about how we need to redo our kitchen, plus also some problem with the neighbors. And my daughter will come in angry at me because the color of the new car we bought is not what she had wanted, which is apparently the biggest crime a father can commit. Plus, of course, some problem with the neighbors. If only things could be just the same, even if something were to happen to me. Unless www.hdfclife.com, select, done. Things aren't so bad after all. Live calm. With HDFC Life, click to protect life. The Life Protect option protects your family from financial uncertainty. Visit hdfclife.com to know more and for terms and conditions. कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, the language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen yaar, don't be so conservative. Yes, Cock and Bull. Today is Cock and Bull Thursday. That's remained the same in the strange thing that we're doing right now. It'll take some time for us to get it right. In the meantime, I'll begin with the right greeting for the day. Ya znayu paruski, which is I know Russian. And then I've forgotten it. But I'm glad I sort of learned it for about a year in St. Xavier's College. We'll get into that in the podcast a little later. But first, I've had a huge discussion, an inner conversation with myself. Nobody talks to me, so I talk to myself all day on reincarnation. And I was thinking, this is something we've given the world. I think it's more or less a fact that we sort of invented reincarnation. A little bit to do with the fact you're not happy with your normal life, so you want to figure out something to look forward to by looking back at something or blaming something for what happened now or something better then and now it's not so good, whatever it is. So reincarnation, what could we have been? When we think of ourselves personally, what could we have been? And I was hoping I'd have been a honey badger or a wolverine or a wolf or a grizzly bear or some powerful, majestic, ferocious animal. And then the wife said, what about a cockroach? And I don't think that's the worst option either, because those animals are indestructible and not the most aesthetically pleasing animal in the world. Not a very sexy animal, according to humanity, but definitely a very endurable personality. So what we're going to do on this show is spend half an hour discussing reincarnation, because I know that's what the people want to talk about while war is going on.
You're the people pleaser, right?
Oh, yes.
Or then desperately seeking the one? Oh wait, you're the one who doesn't think they're ever good enough.
Oh.
So much drama. And for what? Is it doing you any good? Listen to me. I'm Chetna, your favorite positive action coach. Yes, I'm the one who has been dropping all those truth bombs on every episode.
Oh, no.
And it's time you learn to say no to drama. That's also what my podcast is called. And a new episode is out every Monday and Wednesday on the IVM Podcast app, website, as well as all major podcasting platforms.
Let's introduce our panel. We've got Aakash Mehta, fresh, hot off the press with a new haircut.
Hello.
And he lives just opposite. That's one of the reasons. He has one of his 5 houses is just nearby. Ayushi is back, which is obviously she's lost money to Amit, a gambling debt or something. So some reason which is not making sense, because she doesn't come here really out of a free will.
Yep.
It's because my office is across the street.
Yeah, but I think you shouldn't have given out that information, because you're going to be the eternal 12th man in cricketing terms. Every time someone drops Ayushi ko bulao, that's going to be the name of the show so going forward.
At least then you'd have a name that would be consistent.
We've decided not to bother with names because nobody's really interested in the title. They'll listen after 10 minutes normally. But I'll tell you one thing, if it's an audio podcast for you listening, then you've really missed out on something special today. We've got Silverie wearing the first tent in the history of podcasts.
Yes, correct.
It's something that you use to
Very
spread
expensive
out,
tent.
In Mahabaleshwar
Yeah.
or Panchgani, where he comes
Correct,
from.
exactly.
So Silverie, before we start, can you just take us through what went through your mind and what perhaps is that material?
It's a picnic
So
blanket.
it's literally, if Akash can touch it, it is not too far off from tent
What?
material.
Don't talk like that. Kids listen to the podcast.
It's
Right.
yeah,
It's not too far off from tent material.
I can attest.
Yeah.
It is canvas. It
Yes,
can be
it does
tinted.
feel like that.
Canvas.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so basically, I am wearing it's a 2-sided jacket that my father had at home, and I just found at home.
Oh, is it
So
vintage?
now we can't make fun.
Sorry.
Is it vintage?
Now he baap pe gaya. It's a superb card he's played actually.
Sure. I think my dad just has really bad taste in clothes. He
But
bought it.
it's so bad, it's good.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
that's
That's one of those.
what I
It's
think.
one of
I
those.
think
It's
it's
very
so
hip.
bad, it's good.
Exactly.
Now that you put it on your father, we have to backtrack and all say nice things.
No,
Don't worry.
but you
There's
said
no
it
question.
earlier as
No,
well.
had
It's not
he-
so bad.
Yeah, and if you had worn it with something else underneath, it would look really nice. That shirt is
Correct.
fucking it.
Yeah, I know. It should have
Yeah.
been like a plain shirt inside.
You don't have to lean. You
Yeah.
can just look in the screen.
You know the thing? I have displayed my intelligence.
Why did you ask him to remove the shirt? Can he remove the shirt? The
No.
inner
I
shirt?
don't want any
I
clothes
mean,
coming
not
off.
right now.
No clothes. All clothes stay on.
Yeah,
Everyone
yeah.
keep their clothes
Thank
on.
you. Thanks. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What?
I like
This show has no
side.
future without. We have to take the clothes off. We've tried philosophy, reasoning, logic, comedy. Huh?
There was a time when Cyrus was doing every episode recording of Cyrus Says shirtless. I don't know if you guys are aware of this.
It was
Don't
in the
topless.
nude?
Not in the nude, like shirtless. We don't know
How
actually
do
what
you
he was
know
wearing
it was
below.
not in the nude?
He could
Hey,
be in the
correct,
nude. Yeah,
correct,
correct.
correct.
How-
Good
why
But
would we
even when he
reveal
used to
that?
come, I remember when he was all buff and all. He used to wear
Very
these
buff.
tiny chaddis
Yeah.
and these tight t-shirts. He was
Yeah.
wearing next to nothing anyway.
Correct. Yeah.
You know,
It's
just the
mine as well.
modesty was protected from one's eyes.
I've
views.
seen Cyrus back when I was younger, and he was like, "Oh my god, it's Cyrus Brocha" at Bombay Gym, and very, very, very tiny shorts. At that time, when we were young, we were like, "It's not appropriate. There's children at Bombay Gym. You should not do this. It's not
Just
right."
to put it in perspective, Ayushi was 3 and I was 37.
That's the
Very
age
odd
difference
observation.
here.
Yeah.
I couldn't see very high up, you know.
It was right in her
I don't know why we
eyeline.
got into
It was
this.
not okay.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop. Just jump off the ship, to use an Ayushi term.
But coming
jump
back,
off the ship
why-
as soon as possible.
Maybe if we talk about the news instead of making Antariksh take off his shirt, more people will watch.
Yeah,
Although
or-
I see the appeal, but
Yeah. Also, then how will
Well,
we
at the
get
moment,
to
it-
reincarnation? We have
Not to
topic
be
of
insensitive, but it looks like Crimea. You know, the entire shirt, which was the start of all the problems. Back in
Yeah.
1954, if you've done your research, what's his name? Khrushchev or one of these Nikita
Gorbachev.
name fellows. Yeah, I think it was Khrushchev. He gave
Oh.
Crimea from Russia to Ukraine. Started this whole problem. That's where it all starts.
Arey, wasn't
Then
he
of
the
course,
one who was really drunk?
They all
that's
No,
Yeltsin.
there was
just
this
like
one guy who was just
Yeltsin.
like
Yeltsin was.
Yeltsin, right?
Yeltsin.
Yeah. And he
was-
met Clinton,
he
dude.
was-
They got hammered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he met Clinton, they were drinking.
Yeah.
They were drinking. Because
Yeah.
Clinton, I can
Correct.
imagine him being a good time.
Yeah. Full.
No, Bill Clinton managed the drinking. His was more sexual issues, as we found out. But with Boris, it was a problem because the reactors were all around him, right?
Yeah.
They're just there. He could just press a button and one city gone.
I mean, it's-
Warsaw's gone. Boom.
I'm pretty sure
It's
still
dangerous.
Putin could press a button and something would blow up.
He did.
I think
and
that's what
I
he's
mean,
doing
he did.
right now.
He did it. He did it. It's happening.
Right now.
I meant like something on a larger scale,
Yeah.
but no, I'm not tempting fate at all.
But I genuinely feel like
Poor Kim Jong Un presses a button, but the missile doesn't go off. Because their technology is still a little backwards. So he's trying. Different case. Yeah, but sorry.
does this whole thing make you feel like America only wins in movies? Like it like you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like China and Russia can pretty much do whatever the hell they want. Nobody can really do anything.
But
And
you know what you guys,
Yeah.
sorry, Aakash, what you were saying
Yeah.
offline before we started the
Yeah.
show and went into clothes was completely on. The moment the action actually starts, all the
Yeah.
threats about embargoes and trade
Yeah,
things
yeah.
and we will do this, we will do that, and the beating of the chest by the so-called allies,
yeah.
that's slightly mushed and hushed
It's
now.
gone.
Nobody's really
Yeah,
screaming.
really.
They were quoting Ukraine like कि आ जाओ. And the minute थोड़ा
How
गांड फटा.
dare you?
But
Yeah.
they were also
In the-
playing, like they couldn't believe that this would happen. They were like, no, he's bluffing. I'm like, he moved every single thing in his arsenal,
Yeah.
like half to the border of a country. That's not practice.
No,
like
but
you
I
don't
thought-
practice with half your army at someone's border.
But I would have thought it would have been a game of chicken throughout. Like, how वो थोड़ा पास लेके आएगा border
Mad
के, वो
or
थोड़ा
what?
पास लेके आएगा border
No,
के.
no,
I thought it would remain at that for
a game
years
of
and years and
chicken
years.
is if there's two chickens.
Yeah.
This is like a dinosaur
Lions.
and a
Like,
chicken.
oh, good
like
Lord.
it's
Yeah,
it's
sure.
very mismatched.
That's
mean,
a bit unfair. It's a
okay.
powerful country in its own right,
Yeah,
but not
it is super
next to the might of Russia in size and everything else. It's the
I
second
mean,
largest
obvious-
part of Russia, isn't it?
No,
Yeah,
but in
yeah,
the sense
the
like
Soviet Union.
in terms
Yeah.
of like nuclear arsenal.
Yeah, no.
Let's
Otherwise
just-
also, yeah.
And ironically, they had the nuclear arsenal.
Huh?
They had all the
Military
nuclear
size.
arsenal. It was all kept in Ukraine till 91.
No,
And
no.
then after they broke up into different things, they went back to
Yeah.
Russia.
Fair.
So bad.
But I
Bad
like
luck. Bad luck.
I mean,
and
it's actually NATO shouldn't have expanded. There's tomes that you can read on this. Like they shouldn't have gone courting other Eastern European bloc
Yeah.
countries. They should have stopped when
all, yeah.
USSR broke up. They should have just stopped.
Yeah.
They
But
keep
no,
saying,
no.
they keep saying that Russia is the one who threats. But
Yeah.
dude, they're also threatened by the
Obviously
NATO
they're-
allies, US and all. They're also threatened. Yeah? Like it's all.
Yeah, but you know the problem is when we say it like this, it almost sounds that you're sympathetic to the Russian cause,
no,
which
no.
you're not.
So
but you're
And
understanding that there are multiple
it's like
sides
Stockholm
to
syndrome.
this.
The moment they started the battering, everybody said, okay, let's take Russia's side now.
Yeah, correct. Because they're gonna win
It's the
this.
safer option.
this war.
Yeah.
I feel like there's see, every country has an agenda, right? Like, and while that agenda,
What's India's agenda?
India is see, that's the thing.
Reincarnation.
We can't talk about India, but other countries we can.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, China,
What's Pakistan's agenda?
He just got to Russia.
Pakistan is
Imran landed in Russia this
yeah.
morning, and his first thing is, "What an exciting time to be here!" I mean, bitch, don't you have enough excitement in your own country?
And can I tell you the irony or the poetic justice here? Imran brought in the neutral umpire concept.
Yeah.
And he's gone there and he's going, boys, ban karo, ladai ban karo.
One day he's like, "I want to do public debate with Modi."
Yeah.
Next day
Yeah.
he's landed with Putin. This dude is out of
But
control.
this is the guy who used to rub lentils on his genitals, right? Like that's so.
What?
Like, yeah,
Wait,
you didn't
what?
read the book. His wife wrote a book.
Imran
Which
Khan's
one?
wife.
He's
wrote
No,
a
his
book.
wife. Man.
which wife? of
About
his?
him
The
rubbing
estranged
lentils.
wife. Estranged
Estranged
wife. There's no
wife.
wife
The
now.
last two are estranged. The current one is that hella
no.
religious
There's
one.
a
Wait.
third wife.
Who are we talking about?
What?
Our,
No,
our
no,
Prime
no.
Minister or
He has that-
Pakistani Prime
No,
Minister?
no. Like, control.
Shut up.
Press the button.
Who's wife?
That electric
Sorry.
cord
Hit
is-
him.
There's electric cord in his ass. Immediately
Ah.
press that button when he says anything that's dangerous.
No, so he has a wife right now also.
I'm not associated with the show if it is dangerous.
Let Ayushi
It's
explain. She
partially
knows the
dangerous.
most.
Yes, it is.
Ayushi, is there a wife now?
I'm pretty sure there is a
Vladimir.
wife right now, or there was, and she's the one who's the maximum religious one. And they used to make those jokes, right? You can tell Imran is getting more fundamentalist by the.
Oh, Imran. I'm talking
Good
about
job.
Putin.
No.
Imran has no wife now. The
He
fundamental
his-
one.
Anyway,
He
Imran
left
is
her as well.
No, that one left and wrote a book.
the YouTube
The
knows
second
better.
wife, apparently.
Chat will know
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
They are
Jemima was the first one.
the one who wrote the book.
No,
There's
there
one
was
who wrote
before,
a
I
book.
think.
Okay, she's a foreigner,
Yeah, that's the last one.
and she
Oh
wrote a
my
book
God,
about.
what a research team. Oh.
I'm not. Second wife wrote a memoir where she mentioned Imran rubs black dal on his genitals.
Correct.
Thank you, Costa.
There you
But
go.
wait,
So-
dal that's cooked, or is it like loose lentils?
No, wo
Page 36 will tell you everything.
first it's
Buy the book.
loose lentils, then he cooks it and all, and it's like a whole thing, dude.
He
Yeah.
cooks it.
It also changed the phrase "dal mein kuch
Wow.
kala hai." You know, because it all means a little different now.
Yeah,
when
he
you actually
cooks
look at
it,
what,
dude.
I'm leaving. He cooks the
Yeah.
same the genital lentils.
I will
we
send
leave
you
it?
The gentle
Gentle
lentils.
lentils.
The gentle lentils.
Oh boy!
Oh, this is a bad show.
while these two are going into their double entendre, my tent is playing along with. What are you doing? You're fidgeting with everything. What's going on? Are
Just
you
water.
part of
I'm
Ukraine?
passing water to people. I'm providing here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
अच्छा तो ये
Yeah, we should
रशिया तो गलत तो
come
हो
back
रहा
to
Yeah,
NATO.
yeah.
है गलत तो हो रहा है
I think
देखो
that's a right take you have there. That
But
they're
let's come
wrong. They shouldn't have done
yeah
this.
but अमेरिका भी कांडी तो करता है ना
Also
अमेरिका भी
true.
कांडी
Okay.
तो करता है
Right?
Okay, just to set, because you have to be very careful with us having Kashmir and all the countries around the world having their own border disputes. You have to be a little careful because here, just to understand that the eastern part of Ukraine is Russian speaking to a large extent,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
slightly a lot of them are pro-Russia.
Ethnically,
You have to put all
yeah.
that ethnically, etc. So it's a little more, for us outsiders. But having said that, coming back to NATO from 19 whatever. They've just been a completely toothless tiger. So there's no
Yeah.
point talking about NATO and UN and all this because there's nothing they can do when push comes to shove.
But they've also asked India to mediate. I don't know why India is involved in that way.
and not a word. Not a word.
But they've asked us to mediate. Yeah.
Let's stop.
Correct, but
right
not a
there.
word. Nobody wants to poke the bear,
Yeah.
the big Russian
I
bear.
don't know why that is.
Who's doing
yeah.
it?
But I read a really cool
But why
thing.
even ask? What
Apparently,
else?
He's not going to listen.
no.
Yeah.
Apparently, Ukraine is laying the foundation. So at a UN level, they're getting ready to contest whether the Russian Federation is the right inheritor of USSR's Security Council seat. Because they're saying there was never any formalized handover
Right.
process of once the USSR broke up, did actually the Russian Federation become the right inheritor
Right.
of the seat? Because when China became from the People's Republic to,
Yeah,
I mean, when it switched actually to now the People's Republic, there was an actual vote and there was a referendum passed and all of that stuff. And the US got super offended by it and it took them 3 years to get over that.
Yeah.
But I don't know what will come out of it, but it's just there seems to be these whisperings and all from the Democrat, a political thing.
No, because back in 1991, when they broke up into the Russian Federation, etc., Russia wrote a note saying we are Russia and others. So nobody knew what the other countries were called.
Right, but
It was very clear.
they're challenging whether their
The seat is
Security Council seat and their veto and their obviously their veto power and all that stuff would actually be valid. I don't know what Ukraine would get out of this,
No, can I
but I mean it's an interesting
That's a fight for
development.
another day.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying
what I
right
think.
now, Ayushi, That would be great. All this should be honored. You're right. But I'm
Yeah.
saying in the meantime, what are you going to do? If
I
you're
agree.
policing the
Yeah.
world
I agree.
with so-called, that's what it comes on, policing
Yeah.
the world. Now, when the big guy is fighting, the bully or whatever, you're not doing anything. So
Yeah.
what's the point? What's the point of going into Rwanda or anywhere else and trying to help a little bit where you know you
Yeah.
can't get battered?
Can
But
I?
here,
Exactly.
nobody's going to put
May
the
I
bear.
float a hypothesis?
Please, float
See,
a left-arm
the-
orthodox delivery over the eye line so I can go for the big one.
See
And by
the
big one, I don't mean the shirt on this young man.
Yeah.
the UN is like a marketing campaign
It is.
by all the countries, right? Where they're like, hey guys,
We are
don't
best.
worry our populations, हम लोग कर रहे काम, साथ में मिलके बात कर रहे हैं हम लोग, और हम business class में उड़ेंगे, but हाँ, पर हम काम कर रहे हैं.
It's more-
That's what they do,
it's
right?
like a choir.
They
Yeah.
meet, and it's like a cool kids club, right? I mean, see, it's like what is
And
cool is
lot
whoever
of,
has
I
the
heard a
biggest
lot of
gun.
promiscuity in the
essentially.
UN.
They
Lots
don't
of
even
sex,
have good
guys.
guns.
What? The UN? No,
Not
the
really.
countries who are in the Security Council,
Ah.
like whoever are the players, they're always the people who are like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
biggest
yeah.
countries,
Yeah,
right? And
yeah.
they kind of have their way. But it's all pointless because at the end of the day, like who runs everything? It's companies, right? It's like it's business owners who decide everything. Like US went to Iraq for oil, dude. Who are we fucking kidding? And
Yeah.
it was some
And
company.
the UN said don't go.
Yeah,
Nobody
and
listens.
Halliburton,
You know, with the-
like Halliburton became what it is right now because they convinced a country to go to fucking war. So
I mean, Colin
dude, in a
Powell
way-
stood in like the central well and said, "You can stand with us, or you can stand in front of us,
Yeah.
like in front of our
Correct,
guns."
something like that.
He
Also-
literally said
Right.
that, and it was like,
So why are we attacking the Russians?
Okay,
Everybody
then.
is the
Also,
same.
exactly. So I also
Exactly.
read that in a way, the America would because of their whole military industrial complex, the whole thing, they would be kind of happy that this war is happening, another war has started.
but the company must be happy.
yeah,
You know,
so it must
and
be.
and think of it this way.
But the arms are being sold by Russia to both Ukraine and Russia. So I don't know how America gets their foot in. That'll be a little tough at the moment.
I mean, they're
Yeah.
they're only sanctioning stuff. Like the biggest thing he's done is what? He's cut off foreign fund. I mean, they can't trade anymore on what? That Nord Stream. They've shut down Nord Stream. But who suffers in that? Europe.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
really Russia that's, I mean, yes, they do. But I
No,
mean,
but-
the people not getting power in Europe. That's
But the point is, even if Russia pulls back after a little while, the damage is done. 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 people die, you know. Those
yeah, they
casualties
said they
are
had
accounted
casualties
for.
already
They
today.
already
They,
have
they have
casualties.
casualties today.
बेद उड़ा
Why
दिया
don't
तो
we
लोग
shoot
तो
in the
मरेंगे
middle of
ना.
the day? And both sides, everybody, civilians, over 20,000 civilian casualties. It's ridiculous. So, you know, after some time, they've come to some kind of mandoli and all that. At the end of the day, they've gotten away with doing whatever they wanted to do, which is
And
just basically
The
scare
Secretary
Ukraine.
General
Russia
said,
also
please,
pushed them
for the
around.
love of humanity, don't do it.
अरे यार वो तो
I was like-
अफगानिस्तानी लोग भी तो बोले ना बचाओ बचाओ क्या
I
हुआ
was
घंटा
like,
फर्क नहीं पड़ा सब
what?
भाग गए.
I was like, your stand today is for the love of humanity, don't do it. Means the same reason that my mother tells me to not do something for the love of God, don't do this. That's the tactic you
swear.
use.
Give Out, who is our man on the inside in the Kremlin.
Hmm.
Aakash, we have a guy in the Kremlin called Give Out. He's pointed out the tough sanctions on Russia. Their assets have been frozen, business contracts. So those rich billionaires, millionaires
Hmm.
that own
Markets
football
have
clubs,
crashed, but
etc.
Russia is saying they expected all this.
Yeah,
This was
of
like,
course they knew it was
Yeah,
coming.
of course.
Of course,
Obviously.
they're not
Russia-
idiots.
So they've, I think they have like at least like a couple of months. They're gonna be fine.
And see,
Till
they have
they are
the
doing this.
world's biggest exporter of oil and
They'll
gas.
back
bro,
off
like-
at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
It's
think
easy.
so.
They back off at some point, but the
Yeah.
damage is done. This is my worry.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to annex Ukraine. That's not really going to be possible.
Yeah.
Maybe
But
they
they'll get
want to
some
take a little bit of
region.
Eastern
Yeah,
Ukraine,
that's
and
what, yeah.
that they might get anyway. You know, and then the
Yeah.
whole
But they've been doing
compromise-
this since 2008, right? Like little bit in. It's like constantly moving a little bit in, a little bit in, a little encroaching.
China,
like
no?
China's India, yeah.
Exactly.
China used to end at Beijing. All that was India. And now they've taken everything. It's unbelievable.
There was this
Yeah.
book that my mom had bought years ago that I shouldn't have read. I was probably too young, but it was called The Dragons something in Arunachal.
Hmm.
It's about how China has been slowly
Slowly encroaching. Yeah, they have.
No, you have to give it about these two countries, right? Like, it makes you ask that moral question where, okay, you don't have freedom of speech there. यहाँ पे घंटा कुछ खास बोल पा रहे हो तुम. बट वहाँ पे रास्ता भी बेटर है, वहाँ पे स्कूल भी बेटर है, वहाँ पे
Well, not so much Russia, but yeah, China.
Yeah, China
you
for
can
sure.
some sort of social
like
development.
the average
Akash, we
person's
don't
life.
know the whole of China. That's what they show us. Beijing, Shanghai, where the Winter Olympics are held, they'll clean up
even
everything.
the shitty stuff. I'm
Oh.
saying the average person's life is probably better on a day-to-day level.
Because they don't have big boss. I've been screaming. Take 2 or 3 cultural things out of our culture and we'll be much better. Starting
Yeah.
with big boss. Just remove it immediately.
I agree.
As far
I
as I'm
agree.
concerned.
Have any of you been to Russia or China or Ukraine?
Yeah, I've been to China.
You went to China?
I've been to China. I went as a
He's-
part of a thing, as a dancer.
What?
You will not believe it.
Oh,
It's true.
How old
Oh,
were
I
you?
thought it was
I
it was
danced.
How old were you?
exchange.
I was.
They gave some Indians to China and some Chinese to India.
Please,
Is that part of the
please
thing?
dedicate this entire episode to what?
Did he say dancer? Ayushi, did he
Yeah.
say dancer?
Yes,
The
I think-
dancer,
no, he
yeah,
said
yeah.
I
dancer.
danced
How
on
old were you?
Chinese national television. Yeah.
You
know you're a
sing?
singer, but where's the
Yeah.
dancer?
I have an album out.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he told us about it. He promoted on the show, Cyrus.
Can you send me research on the guests instead
Yeah,
of the
sure,
news?
sure, we'll do.
Arre, I
Can we-
That we'll
Means
discuss.
co-guests, co-guests.
I also live across the
That-
street,
that-
so we'll
Yeah.
keep coming. Don't worry.
Nice.
Also, my name is wrong. It's a single
Think
name.
of the negative part of all this. We don't know our guests. We know
He's
Aakash quite
collecting
well.
it
We know
now.
nothing about him. What if he was a terrorist? What if he was evil? What if he's a pedophile?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's all good stuff. He's a dancing champion, but we should have
Okay,
known
but what
this.
did you
Silverie,
dance?
I blame you.
Stop.
Okay.
What did you
So-
dance?
It
Yeah.
was a UN thing where Indian kids went.
That's how you know
You're part of
it's-
the
So
useless
Cyrus
United
wasn't too
Nations.
wrong. Cyrus wasn't too wrong.
And
Dear
it
God.
was basically a like a show the kids thing, and we went to Beijing.
Show the kids your thing.
But how old were
I
you?
knew
again?
it.
I
I
was
knew
in
that was
8th
coming.
grade.
I knew
Eighth
that
grade.
was coming.
I'm not
Eighth
biting.
standard, okay.
Is 8th grade, and we went to Beijing first. Then we went to the Great Wall. Then we went to this little beach town called Panglai, which is like it's like heaven. Like it's
Alibag.
genuinely gorgeous. It's like a tropical paradise type of beach where they had a kite festival.
Oh, wow.
So
No
All those big
executions?
dragons
Yeah.
and all that they
So
fly
it's
in the
like
sky.
Indian kids being introduced to Chinese kite flying was like one of the big things.
And then
there.
you come back and you're like, Uttarayan, what the fuck is that?
No, Uttarayan is way better.
Did they-
Oh, it was?
Did they?
Uttarayan is way more fun. It's more engaging.
Oh, I thought they
Yeah.
do those sky dragons and stuff like that.
हाँ वो तो देखने के लिए अच्छा ना हाँ
Akash is
As
a
part of
good
the
dude,
culture,
Justin
Did they
Timberlake.
fly and
Hey man, that's pretty.
yeah. Aakash, did they
That's
fly
great
the Indian
praise,
kids?
great high praise.
no
Attach
man
them to the kite.
no I thought was if you had seen me back then I was a football man I wouldn't have flown even if I tried like there was no
Oh
way
my
you
God.
could make
You
me
were a
fly.
dancer. How could you be in a football?
I was I'm still agile man like I have full hyperextension on all my limbs dude I dance like मैं कभी नाचेगा तो
Is that the dance that you did in China?
You're like Azam Khan in the
this
PSL.
is just my arms flailing
Nice.
Akash, you're like Azam Khan in the PSL, who's really fat but hits the ball a long way. The wicketkeeper Moin Khan's son.
dude वो इसका बेटा है
उसका बेटा है.
नहीं वो किसका
हाँ,
बेटा है वो कोई क्रिकेटर का
मोइन
बेटा है
मोइन
खान का बेटा है
मोइन
वो
खान son.
डूड को
Yeah,
क्या
yeah.
पेलता है बॉल को मैं देखा था वो दिन मैच फक डूड ही इज दिस पाकिस्तानी
Come, let's just talk cricket. Let's see what happens. then.
yeah Ayushi
I-
now
I've
it's
been
a
following the
cricket
PSL,
podcast
yeah.
No,
It's
that's
part of the
alright. I
peace
don't mind
process.
cricket. I enjoy it.
Actually, between India and Pakistan, we watched the PSL to heal the countries.
Oh, you
Russian
watched-
cricket team is best now,
Wait,
but
you watched the PSL?
Huh?
Was it good?
Yeah,
PSL is actually
watching
pretty
cricket is
explosive
still going
like.
on.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of scandals,
Is there
lot more
is there a
scandals.
joke to be made on that?
Now, if you picked it, then it's your mind, not
You
mine.
said it.
Yeah, but you heard it.
do we know if
feel
Russia
like-
has cricket in it? Like, is cricket
They have an R-
popular at all in
They
cricket?
have an RPL, but they're not allowing a UKL.
Yeah, they're not. They won't. They will never allow UK.
No, but so the PSL is damn fun, man, because it's way more scandal, way more drama, way more
Oh.
mufat log.
Okay.
So like if you generally like watch it, if, you have to watch from the beginning of the season, then you get hooked. If you watch from the middle,
Faulkner
then
walked
not.
off. That was hilarious.
I didn't see
They
that.
have. He's right, actually. Lots of drama. And that's the
Yeah.
loud drama. There's lesser drama as well.
Yeah.
For example, all the banned cricketers are now coaches. 11 of them got banned
Yeah.
during the whole scandal.
And they all
were supposed to
do
never do
सब match
work
fixing
for
करते हैं और फिर
Pakistan.
जाके coach बनते हैं.
Are you serious?
They've all got great plum jobs in the PSL.
Is this
Yeah.
like a TV show? Like, are you guys describing Inside Edge or something like
No,
that?
no, this is like
that?
this is
True,
the truth.
No,
Like
no,
this is what's
truth,
happening.
truth is worse than fiction.
Yeah.
But this is
Antariksh,
a
did you
Shobik
actually
Bakshi.
ask this question?
And not as a funny comment.
I kind of was sure that it has to be.
Wait,
but then
you have
other
audio
people.
listeners. You want to read it out?
Okay, so Shovik Bakshi has said, is the Arjun Tendulkar son of Sachin Tendulkar, Antariksh 2022?
He's quoting you.
I had asked 2 days back this question on the podcast.
In all seriousness,
yes.
guys, he actually
See,
asked this question while
see.
we were having a little
This is
debate.
my
Me
logic,
and
okay?
Shriram on
There
the-
is
I
no
know
logic.
Sachin
IPL
Tendulkar's
option.
son is called a Tendulkar, but then there are other Tendulkars in the world also. Sachin is not the only one.
But this one is
That was your reasoning.
surrounded by a lot of fanfare, right? Like
But that's what.
Exactly.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I asked. Oh, he's Sachin Tendulkar's son, right? I didn't ask, is he the son of a famous cricketer or something? I
Right.
knew it was.
When you,
Right.
I
Aakash,
kind of knew.
when you only read the Bombay Times, sometimes you miss out on some sporting news.
But Arjun Tendulkar comes in the Bombay Times.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it. He's like a baby
Must-
Poor chap,
celeb.
He
they've
must.
kept him away from the limelight as much
Good
as they
only.
could, to
Yeah.
be honest. I'm a big champion of all these star kids who, Sriram was going into him completely. I'm like, it's not their fault. If your father was some kind of genius or superstar,
Yeah, why is
it's
it the
not your
kid's fault?
fault.
As long
You
as the
try.
kid doesn't turn out to be an absolute monster.
it's the
That-
entitlement
exactly.
is the only problem I feel. Like if you're not entitled, it's all chill. Like some kids become very entitled.
No, of course.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into the whole nepotism debate, but
Huh.
like I just mean like it's not really his fault that he was born to his dad and he wants to play cricket.
That's true.
Like
I
he-
just
Exactly.
hope. My only hope is I really genuinely hope he genuinely wants to play cricket. Like you know what I mean?
They're bajawing him in the
Or
meantime.
they
And
forced
I'm
him
reading
into the family
comments.
business.
They're bajawing
but
my
they're
Silverie.
like, you
I must
will
not
play
do that.
cricket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is the
His
problem,
name is
folks,
no
when we
one
have
wants
three
to
of
say.
them in one place and me alone.
That's
There
why
are
you
four
should
people.
come. No,
You should come here,
go
sir.
on.
You should
I'm
come.
calling my daughter in to continue our podcast.
Why-
Maya, come and join me. Let's chat.
Why you are not
These two
coming
have
here?
taken off.
You should come here.
And Silverie is most upset. Why didn't I know Arjun Tendulkar's name?
Hey, no, it's fine. It's fine. Just see, someone had to ask. There was at least one listener, I'm sure, who did
Yeah.
not know Arjun Tendulkar was the son of Sachin
You know,
Tendulkar.
Rohan Gavaskar
And-
is Sunil Gavaskar's son.
Oh, really? Okay.
And now his cricket career failed, so he does commentary on under 19. They don't even let him do the
See, that's
men's.
unfair. Failed. What is failed? He played a little. He played 3 or 4 one-day internationals and all. It's not
Dude, he didn't even.
I don't know, Ravi.
Come
Rishabh
on,
has given
yeah.
me that off.
because you're comparing him to Sunny. But
I'm
if I
not
had a
comparing him to
classmate
Sunny.
who
I'm
played
comparing
four-
him to Ajinkya. Compare him to
Aakash,
any other
if you or I
batsman.
played, one second, listen to what I'm saying. Just hear me out and then say if I'm wrong, all right? If I played 4 one-day internationals for India, coming from where I came from, you would be
South
quite
Bombay.
happy to meet me, right? As
Yeah.
a mad cricket fanatic. Wow, he
Yeah.
played for India once or whatever. Like Ankola, let's say.
Fair.
Played just
I
one
think
test match.
my expectations of him were more because of the fact that he comes
It
from
has to
a
be the perspective. Sunny ka
Pedigree.
beta, Amitabh ka
Yeah.
beta. It's not their fault.
yeah.
Look at me. My dad was great. What have I done? Nothing. My father did great things.
It's not their fault, but then don't you think at some point some of them should know when to stop?
Exactly.
Like I'm talking now,
that-
obviously it's
you
like a
see-
little bit more Bollywood kind of aspect,
Yeah.
but it's like some of them you should know.
Romance
I mean,
of life. You see.
stop.
Romance of life. Let them have a crack at it. What's the biggie?
You know what?
What's
That's
the worst
true.
thing that can
I
happen?
can't judge. I work for my dad, so I shouldn't.
Okay,
Yes, he's
there
right.
you go.
Binny
There
was
you
a
go.
great point.
That's a great point.
Guys,
Yeah.
but
And
Ravindra
chicken-
Jadeja isn't
yeah.
Ajay Jadeja's son.
Yeah, he's not.
You
He's not.
idiot.
Don't know
That's
that.
not his
Thank
point.
you.
His point is he's being a little sarcastic.
Thank
That's
you.
his point.
Yes,
Yeah.
I knew it. I was
Well done.
so Arjun Tendulkar is not his son.
He
I got
gets
it.
a pat.
Understood.
On his tent.
I'll tell you one thing. For sure, Sachin, we can't get on the podcast because someone's going to look at all this footage. And
Yeah.
I've tried to defend the Tendulkar name, but everyone is taking shots except
Actually,
Aakash.
to be
The
honest,
only true lover
we
of cricket.
haven't said anything against the Tendulkars. We've in fact said
That's
let
true.
him play.
Yeah.
And
decent
Sachin is
decent
great.
restaurant also.
But
Tendulkar's.
they are not letting
No,
him
they
play.
shut
Na,
it
wahi to
down.
problem.
Shut it down?
Didn't he
Oh,
get
man.
taken by Mumbai
He
Indians?
gets bought, but he
I
doesn't
met
get
lots of
played.
interesting
Oh, he
girls in
doesn't play?
Tendulkar's.
Okay,
I
so
don't like
was
the
younger.
IPL.
did you guys
I
ever
can
go
go
to the
home.
restaurant Tendulkar?
Huh? Oh yeah, he
Of
used to
course.
own one. It had great
Wait, what was
seafood
it called?
apparently.
It did.
But
yeah.
this is at a
But-
time.
And Cyrus is
yeah.
saying he just met a lot of women at that was
What
his place.
was the
to
restaurant?
Put it that way. I said I met interest. The way you put it,
Did he
that's
just say
wrong.
that?
Can
He just
anyone
said
hear
that.
You
this
get a
show?
bad name. Never say that.
How do you listen to this
Aakash,
show? I don't
I don't
understand.
understand why they talk. A guy wearing a tent is lecturing me about sexism now. This is unfair.
Everything is
Yeah.
confusing.
Yeah.
Can we segue into someone who's getting married whose name we won't take?
Brian,
Because I
Lara,
Yes, sure.
Lara,
Yeah.
Who's getting married?
They're not going to stop, Ayushi. This entire podcast is followed by 30 other smart Alex like myself. Imagine
Wait,
30
Aakash
of
is
me.
getting
They're
married?
Look
worst
at the
behaved,
screen.
obnoxious
Cyrus is
fuckheads,
getting
but
married.
they're
He's
gonna go
pointing to
on.
Cyrus.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Oh, okay.
What the hell? The guy below.
Wait, but Aakash, you're getting married?
I got engaged.
No, we can't discuss it.
I will-
We can't discuss it.
I will eventually get
Oh.
married. But everyone thinks I
Congratulations.
got married, which is not what happened.
Well, I mean, it's not such a far throw from engaged.
Yeah, no, but like it's like I would
Okay,
invite.
Ayushi.
Yeah.
No, I just want to bring the point that Silverie made offline before we started. When he said he's getting married, immediately he said like, so
Wait.
why aren't we invited? Everybody always says that.
Yeah, I
think
mean,
that's
you
so
have to,
unnecessary.
right?
That's why.
Yeah,
That's the
at least
annoying
you have
part.
to say
Never
that.
say that.
You do have to say that.
Yeah.
I-
But
Can I tell you what happened with me?
See,
But
if
I
you don't say
understand
that,
though.
if you don't say that, will the person get offended that he didn't even want to come to my wedding?
Yeah.
Is
No,
that-
Yeah,
no,
put
no,
pressure on
no,
him to
nobody
invite
thinks
you.
Nobody
that.
cares? Nobody
Nobody
cares?
thinks that.
Okay, that is fine. Don't. You're not
No,
invited.
I just feel like I regret the miscommunication in some sense because I don't want people to think that I got married and didn't invite them. That's really the only reason.
Ayaz Mehman is calling me. Ayaz.
Yeah.
Wow, what a name drop, Cyrus.
Yeah. So
Nice.
you
Can
want
you-
to do a podcast
Cyrus,
with him?
yeah,
We'll
can
all
you-
mute ourselves.
Can you pick up that name? He just
No,
dropped.
Aakash,
Cyrus.
he wants you to write an article for him, obviously.
But yeah, but
this is not going to end.
this
See,
is not good.
Manoj Bajpayee is from direct descendant of
Wait,
Atal
wait,
Bihari. Let's just
wait,
keep
guys.
going. Let's go
Who
ahead.
is
Wait,
Steve
that's
Smith?
Vajpayee.
I know. He's a cricketer.
Leave it.
I'm
Okay.
joking.
Yeah.
So can I tell you what happened with Saukar? So Saukar, I don't know if I can tell this, is also Cyrus Saukar is getting married
Oh wow.
in
wow.
April. And so he called me up and whatever. And after convincing me that there's a woman and all that, fine. We said, okay. Then I asked him to invite some of the VJs and people we worked with. And after a little hesitation, he said, I can't. Because it's costing me so much money and I can only fit in 80 people. So that's why I'm saying the reality of life is that at some point you'll have to cut people off. No one can have a full dharamsala and just everybody turn up.
No,
So when you say things
Cyrus,
like...
is it possible that at Cyrus Saukar's wedding, at some point, the Pandit or whoever the person is mistakes the two of you and marries you off to the wife?
That's a sketch.
Yeah, but it's possible.
Cyrus accidentally gets married again.
Again?
Cyrus
He's
Brocha
one of
gets
those-
married to Cyrus
he's that
Saukar's
dude
fiance.
collecting
He's
wine.
6'3", white as snow.
Yeah.
And I don't think we can be mistaken for each other. There's no
Also,
problem
my
there.
computer has
But-
just not, it's not connected to the
Yeah.
internet anymore. So I'm not here.
We have one girl a week and
Oh.
she doesn't even make it to halftime.
Yeah,
What's
that's
going
fine,
on?
that's
Can
fine.
we hear her at least?
Let us share the screen with our friend, the Silver
So sad she looks now. She was happy earlier. What happened?
Well, because I can't see myself and I need to see myself constantly to be happy.
Oh.
Oh,
Hmm.
give her a
Antariksh,
mirror.
what the
I'll
fuck are you?
continue.
Put it back on her. She just told you she needs it for happiness.
Rishi is saying that it's coming back on any second, and it is.
But
about
I'm
to be
not back.
How can Rishi know that the computer will come
Oh,
back on?
yay.
Wow, it's great.
Yeah. He's a...
Welcome back, Ayushi, after the break, which is not really break, which will happen soon.
Yeah.
This is half
No,
break.
it went
Can
away.
I-
The
Oh.
internet went.
So can we do? So here's, I don't know if you read the thing. The Bombay High Court gave a judgment saying that all
Food court.
signs
Okay, that one, the
will
Marathi
have
one.
to have Marathi. So they
Oh.
upheld the judgment that every store should also have their name in Marathi.
So now you have to do Hindi and Marathi?
No, it was always.
No, it was Hindi.
No,
But
it
how
was
many people are
Marathi.
reading the Marathi
So
name?
everyone writes
No, it was
it
never
in
Hindi.
Hindi.
It was
Because it's the
Marathi,
same
Devanagari
script.
basically.
What?
So
No.
it's more or less 80%.
It looks like
Excuse
Hindi.
me, took Marathi till the 8th grade and script, yes, but the spellings and words of many things are different.
Yeah, but not enough
Kai
for it to.
Fictos.
Trust me, it's Marathi. I went to law school, so I studied. This was around
okay,
when.
it's all about a
Guys, I
flex.
don't understand Marathi. I know
No,
it's
some-
Marathi.
some names
Because
like-
it was a
like
whole thing,
Ernst-
dude. The MNS was burning
They
buses
were,
and all.
yeah, they were very upset the first
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
around. But so they upheld it.
Yeah.
Is this a big deal because...
It's just interesting because it's still called the Bombay
This
High Court.
very rich Maharashtrian wanted to go to Ernst and Young and he couldn't read
And
it.
that's what you took away from this? That's interesting.
है ना?
Yeah.
Cyrus.
I
Sorry.
left. I'm talking to nobody in my own ear. Well, you guys are
I'm
having
so
an
sorry.
argument.
I'm so sorry. This is Cyrus's show.
Yeah.
What are you? How are you
No,
feeling?
no, that's fine, sweetie.
How
Don't worry.
how
yaar.
was your
Give me 2
Thursday?
minutes.
What did you have for lunch?
Today, what did I have for lunch? Oh, keema.
Oh, sick. Nice.
Yeah, keema with no carbs, basically. Well, to be honest, I put one potato and sliced it a little bit because nothing happens with that. No spike.
But you
But if you
lost
must
weight
mention
this
it.
week, so it's fine. You can have a potato.
Not lost weight. I put on weight.
Oh,
and I
sorry,
want to
you
put
put
on
on
even
weight.
more
You wanted to put on weight. Oh shit, my bad. You put on weight.
Moron.
It's a
Please
treat.
don't mistake me for humans.
It's a
I
treat
don't think like
potato.
others.
Have a potato.
What?
So keema with what though? Like keema pao, keema paratha?
Keema potato.
Keema,
No,
no,
no carb. The
No, no,
potato
like
is
no
there
carbs
for
at all,
some sort
okay.
of carb.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I just.
So
I
did you
think
just
I
eat
did one
plain
slice.
keema?
Just
like-
ate keema with a spoon.
Yeah.
Like cereal?
Let the old man explain.
Sorry,
It's
sorry.
not something that's rocket science. I'll try and make it simple. There's no blood spike with 1 or 2 slices of potato, like whatever, small
Right.
slices, not the full potato. So I take that, I cut into small pieces and fool my brain into thinking I've got lots of potatoes. So
Right.
it accompanies the keema. Then I have it's ebony and ivory living together in harmony and then I
Right.
eat.
That's
That makes
Because
nice.
us Indians, it's tough to eat without a feeling of some carb going in.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Do you have an
Yeah.
egg on your
So this is-
keema?
No, but I eat eggs through the day. Now I eat
Ah.
16, 17 eggs now, so that's not a problem.
Your,
But yeah.
I was on this
I got 3
show,
to go.
and on this show there was this guy who's a muscle builder, and every day he would have 10 boiled eggs. Every day, all the time.
But did he take out the yolks and all that?
Yeah,
Because
he would
that's
take out the
very-
yolks. Yeah, he would
Yeah?
take out the yolks, and every
Okay.
day I would watch him, and I would just be like, man, like that's
Why were you living with him
Commitment.
before you met this girl?
It's a long story. No, I was on some show where he was also there. So like, and every day I would see
A
him in the
reality
morning.
show.
Yeah.
Upcoming, or?
Cyrus, these are all things you know about me.
Yeah, these are.
Right, it's releasing in August.
Yes.
You're
that's-
on a reality
and-
Oh, your
show?
wedding.
Yeah, I'm in a reality show.
Your wedding is a reality show that's releasing in
My
August.
wedding is also
You're
in
on a
August.
reality show about your wedding? I
The
thought you
reality
hadn't
show-
had the wedding yet.
The reality show comes
That's
out
a
in
very
August.
long reality show.
I get married in August and I do the honeymoon in November because I will be promoting the show in August.
Oh, I didn't ask for
Correct.
so much.
And,
But I'm just kidding. Thank
But
you.
it'll
He's
be
happy
great.
to talk about the show. He doesn't
Not
want to
the
talk about the
wedding.
wedding, guys. Please understand
Well,
his
what's the
problem.
reality show
He'll tell you
called?
about the show.
I can't talk about. How can I talk about the show?
Not yet.
There's
It
an
hasn't been
NDA.
announced yet.
Yeah, but it's called Social Currency, and it'll be on
He's
Netflix.
part of the
in
NDA.
August. So,
Sick.
yeah, it'll be
He's-
fun. Hopefully
And our
He's always
panelist
been part of the
Shreyas
NDA.
Manohar has been involved in the
Yeah.
in the back end of it. Yeah.
In the makeup and writing.
Makeup
He
and writing.
started with
Yes,
writing, then
correct.
moved to makeup.
Makeup.
Because there's more money in makeup than writing. It's that simple. Yeah.
Alright,
I
Cyrus,
have
you
a
take
couple of
break.
friends who were stylists and then became makeup artists. Way
Makeup
more
artists
money.
make
Yeah, yeah.
so much money because
Yeah.
I was going for a wedding recently and they were like, oh, do you want to get a makeup artist? And I was like, oh, cool. I've never done that before. It should be fun. And then she was like, yeah, it'll be 19. And I was like, 1900
Yeah.
surely for.
Yeah.
And she was
Yeah.
like, no. It'll be 19 for hair and makeup. 19K. That's 20,000
Yeah.
rupees to do my face and my hair.
Yeah.
Listen, man, for 20,000, give me a new face.
Yeah. Well,
19,000.
hello?
you know,
So like
you
that's
might
one
not
event.
like it.
And on the,
One event, if you're going
You
for one
talk-
outing,
talk-
is 19,000 basically.
It
But I
can
know
go up
so
to
many
it.
people like that.
Oh,
I
wait,
know-
one second. For brides, it's like lakhs.
yeah.
no, and the wedding, they do all the females. From the elderly females on both sides to the middle of the females to their
Yeah.
best friends and all.
Yeah.
They make such a killing. I want to be a makeup artist, but I have this shaky
it's a
hands.
lucrative business.
Yeah, it is. But 19,000 sounds extravagant for anyone to spend on.
No.
anyone.
90,000 is not extravagant. That's the middle of the line.
This
Trust
is
me.
for
It's much more.
bridesmaid level. This is like I'm
Correct.
not getting married.
Also, you're young.
Okay. Can
You're
I ask
young.
this?
When they have to really work on the old women, some of them, with due respect,
Yeah, my
they do
skin
charge
still
more.
has
They're like,
elasticity.
Mummy ji, aapke liye 80,000 immediately.
But wait. What if you were to do your own hair and makeup that day? Would it be that much of a
You've
difference?
done it.
Like, is
You've
it?
done your own
But I
clothes
think
today.
it's
Look what
see,
happened.
these events.
Can't take a chance. Get the professionals in. Do the right thing.
Okay, sure.
Mayur Patil said something. We lost it.
No, but I mean, like
By the way-
it's fine. It's totally it's possible to do your own hair and makeup. It's
I,
not
Okay,
insane.
Mayur is how to pick up women in a bar. Hey, Ayushi, apply some Pond's powder on your face.
Just like I don't even know what's in Pond's powder. Like just don't.
What is Pond's powder?
Ponds.
Pond's is a
Pond's का
cream.
powder आता है
Yeah,
ना talcum
Ponds का
powder भी
सब
आता
आता
है
है, सब आता है.
Wow.
साबुन
You
भी आता है.
heteros.
हाँ.
You bloody heteros, you too.
But we know stuff, man. We're.
I use cocoa butter in my hair, man.
That's
Like not today, but otherwise. Like if I have to get ready for a show and all, like if
By
I'm
the
gonna
way,
take a bath.
guys,
feel
I broke
good,
the
yeah.
world record.
Confident.
Hey, David broke the world record. I need to film it now. The fastest.
no. What is the
Yeah, but
world record?
The
Yeah.
world record. Yeah, 14 seconds. The fastest bath in the Bombay gym ever.
What?
I hold the world record also. But,
But
this,
did
a friend
you-
of mine, Faisal, his son came close with 22 seconds. I had done 23. So I broke it. 14 seconds includes soap. Okay. So
No.
the timer was the time
What?
you open. Yeah. From the time you run the shower, you open the thing, run the shower, and we hit the clock. 14 seconds, soap, out.
Or do you
14
wash
seconds.
the soap off you? Or you
do
just
my best.
applied soap and got out?
Nobody comes and checks like if there's a little residual soap left. But
Come
14
on,
seconds.
man.
That's
Just
pretty quick
take-
though. That's
Just take
quick.
15 seconds.
I believe my hand slipped against the soap on my chest, shoulder area a couple of times, and I wasted more time. About a second more, I can take off it. I can do 13, guys.
You're like, you must be hairless, man. Because like,
I'm hairless.
I'm a hairy
I'm Genghis
person,
Khan
man.
bloodline.
Yeah, you gotta
I'm
get
hairless,
in
why?
there.
Hairless in
Yeah,
body.
yeah.
And then I shampoo sometimes because it's a lot of hair.
I
And
don't
you want
even-
it to be bouncy on some days, you know?
Can
Yeah,
I
that's
ask a
true.
personal
That's
question to Akash?
Please do.
Why do you have to ask Cyrus?
Uh,
Why
if-
can't
No,
you
I
ask me?
I mean, like
Nobody's
on the show.
interested in me.
I meant on the show. I meant on the show, not
Ask,
like.
ask,
But
ask,
like,
ask.
do you
have you had a
if-
bath with
if-
your wife?
No, if absolutely not. It's not even his wife
Then
yet.
what-
My question is,
Oh.
if you
Oh, so
are,
you don't have to have a bath? Wait, it is a very
Yeah,
conservative
never.
thinking here.
That's a sin.
It's too much.
What the hell?
What?
Get her off the show. How dare you think like that?
I give up. I want to leave.
sorry. Please go
Okay.
ahead.
I'm just asking. If you're blessed with a lot more body hair than
Yeah.
an average man, do you
Yeah.
use soap on your body or shampoo?
She's calling
Yeah,
you a
so-
monkey.
So,
Either way.
I prefer a bear, but no,
Body-
I-
body
There, yes.
It depends because after a while, no, it gets annoying if you keep using soap and your hair is the kind that gets long. Like I have
Uh-huh.
slightly longish hair,
So shampoo's
so
better.
shampoo is better. But like
Oh.
So,
certain
can I-
places, huh?
Just what I see in the dressing room, some of the guys who are really hairy, they have hair on their back, Ayushi, which is the real male bastion of hairiness. So Akash, are you hairy back as well?
No, I have zero back hair. I have only.
Ah,
It's
so you're
all
not that hairy. So these
Yeah.
guys, the soap stays in the hair. So even when they
Ah.
come out after a proper bath and all, you can see the foam on the back. That
Yeah.
that sort of stays there. It's like animal fur.
But like it's
something
it's-
else
so the legs
altogether.
you would use sabun, but like you
For
know
the chest,
you would
Because you want a little softer feel.
yeah, and
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
I get yeah. My question is answered. We can move on.
With hairy
You wanna take a
backs
break?
is another
Yeah,
story.
Cyrus, let's take a break, please.
And I have met more hairy women than hairy men in my life. I got to tell you. When it comes to the back,
I'm so sorry.
Women get-
What? You
In terms of
shower
the
at
back.
Bombay Gym.
In terms of the back, he's saying, just the back.
Men have hairier backs than women.
no, they have hairier upper backs, but the lower back, lots of women have lots of hair in that area, which, by the way, I don't bring up in dinner table conversation, but it's there. It's there.
But here
There's
you
nothing to be
feel.
ashamed
For
of.
podcast conversation, you feel it's fine. It's totally okay to bring it up.
This is not a one-on-one situation where you can, these things. Anil
There's
Kapoor is
a
hairier.
war in
Thank you.
Ukraine.
And now tell us who's
There's
Anil
like
Kapoor's
No,
son.
there isn't.
There's
It's a war if the
whole
other side
ass
can
war.
fight.
Okay. There's a whole ass invasion
Yeah.
in Ukraine.
I know. We are very sensitive to that. We'll take a quick break
Yes,
and come
please.
back and talk war.
Okay.
Does anyone else think Boni Kapoor? I'm not doing all
Oh my
this,
God,
bro.
he does.
We can't invite
He
anyone
does.
on.
He really does.
Hey, I
That's
strongly
so cute.
advise you, this person who wrote this, to come for my Dark Wala special. There is a joke in it that you will fucking die laughing at. But yeah, I can't do it here.
What is the name of the last message?
Shavik
I
Bakshi.
forgot the name.
Shavik Bakshi.
Was
sir.
it
Shavik
Shavik
himself,
again?
who's one of our number ones.
No, number one.
Shavik is top ranked at the moment
Yeah.
in our listeners.
Thank you, Shavik.
I think
Is
Shavik
this
is in
the
jail
break?
or something.
Huh?
Are we
this
on
the
a
Let's take a
break?
break. Let's take a break with the voice of America.
Hey everybody, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On the Habit Coach, Relationship and Dating Coach, Yaduvir Singh joins Ashton. He explains how the subconscious mind affects our relationships. On Big Talk about tiny humans, Devi Shobha and Meghna talk to Dr. Swati Popat-Vats about container baby syndrome. On Press Decode, Sarah Vagda and Prafulla discuss scammy health foods and doping at the Olympics. What's wrong with Joe Rogan? On Smarter with Sid, Siddharth dives deep into his latest controversies. And on Tere Mere Raste, Kesho tells us how a visit to the Taj Mahal can overpower you with love. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. The word of mouth really helps. Also, don't forget to rate us on whatever platform you're listening to us and check us out on YouTube. You can check a list of all our channels at ivmpodcast.com/YouTube. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors this week, Bank of Baroda and HDFC Life Insurance. Thank you so much for making this possible.
No, I'm just worried about, if you don't have non-live situations are dangerous now in the world.
Yeah.
Because you have Amit's happy voice talking about happy things.
Yeah.
And imagine if you were in Ukraine and you're listening to this,
No
bombs are
one,
going
and
off,
no
people are
one in
dying and-
Ukraine is listening.
You'll be surprised.
You don't know?
Huh?
Yeah.
You'll be surprised.
You have Ukrainian listeners?
Yeah, yeah.
Any Ukrainian listeners?
I
please
think
get
it's
in touch with us.
Ukrainkar.
How can we make fun of Ukraine at a time like this? I'm talking about insensitive. I mean, that's really.
Oh my God, no,
that's
no, no,
horrible
that's
of
so
us.
bad. That this is live.
Apologize.
You know, all the
Yeah.
Russian Federation ka countries, the little federations inside Russia, they seem to like get along okay with Russia.
Of course.
You know, so you never know, man. I don't know, man. Like it's like us talking about this is like चीटी लोग बात कर रहे हैं कि यार वो planet को रोक के देखते हैं, नहीं होने वाला यार, हम क्या क्यों?
See, there's always just a small reason to all this which can be sorted out amicably. If Mila Kunis just says she's Russian and not Ukrainian, I'm sure it'll be okay. You just need to get those things right, small things here and there. Just split the cultures because Russia's appropriated all the culture of the Soviet Union era thing. Everything
Yeah.
they've just taken. So they need to just share a little bit. That's
Yeah.
it.
Do
If
you
I
know-
could speak to Putin now, man to man, we both like to ride bareback on horses. We both are not very hairy. We both
There
have
are
hair,
some
receding hair.
scarily accurate similarities between
Yeah,
the two
yeah.
of them. Now that you think about it a little bit more, you're like, yeah.
And the
It's
worst
weird.
is, Putin is a huge cricket fan as well. So it's just like
Huge. and red ball, huh? Aakash, he's a touchy guy. Red ball first, not white ball. Yeah. And he knows Sachin Tendulkar's son's name. Yeah.
Do we know if there are any famous Russian actors that are like world known or something?
here's but no, I don't know, man.
No, I don't.
And I don't know. Like I'm not-
Romanov.
Of Russian descent.
Ukrainian
they
name.
must be.
Vladislav.
Anyone. That's
Yeah.
like anyone.
Yeah.
Stanislavski gave you
वो
the
उधर का
method.
मनोज है
The
ना?
Chekhov. They've got so many.
Hey, did
Now,
you?
not only are you not listening to me, he's gone somewhere.
No,
I
Ukraine.
mean, you two have your own personal
Ukraine
conversation. This guy just
is-
walks off.
The 59th
Ah.
most popular place to listen to our show is Ukraine.
Wow. Thank you, Ukrainians.
Yes.
59th.
59th.
This is a statistic that cannot be
And Russia,
disputed
where is Russia?
Because it makes absolutely no sense.
Ukrainkars.
Okay,
And
we'll tell us
Ukraine
about Russia.
curries.
also.
Hold up, one sec. I have
Yes.
another question. You can tell where the like whose people are listening from which country.
Yeah.
Why
Oh,
does
Russia's
no one
number
give
3,
me these
sorry.
statistics?
Russia's
I have a show on
Or
this
30,
network.
30. Okay, I thought he said 3.
Russia's 30
30?
and
Yeah.
Ukraine is 59.
Yeah.
So then I guess
So
this has to
Russia
be a
can win.
pro-Russia.
Russia
We have to
Russia,
switch.
Russia,
We have to
Russia.
switch sides, guys. We have to
Zindabad.
switch sides. How sad, really.
I'm not
Yeah.
associated with these people,
Oh,
please.
God.
I just wanted out there for legal reasons.
See, Ayushi, we have a very small audience, but it's scattered.
Yeah.
That's the big problem.
And
with our
dedicated.
podcast.
That's what makes it even
We
worse.
can't get people
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
6 in Ukraine, 2 in Moscow,
Yeah.
1 in Czech
So
Republic.
you couldn't do a
9 in
live
Namibia.
show because you couldn't like fly in for this. Like you
We
can have a
can't.
studio
And
audience for this.
the time zones, Ayushi, is a nightmare. There's no
Yeah.
way we can do a live show with everyone.
Akhand
Akhand
Russia.
Russia. He's been after the Tendulkar remark.
I don't
He's
wanna
actually
be
spun
on
5 or
this
6
show.
name puns immediately after the Tendulkar remark. So he's going
going
all
back.
guns blazing now.
He's figured it out. All right.
You should have all of these people on
You're-
your show.
You want to do more news or should we just
I think we
keep
should just go to the
talking
AMAs.
about
We
it?
have a lot of AMAs.
You should do the aim. That's
yeah.
my favorite part of
We have a
this.
lot of
I have a
AMAs.
close
Well, I
friend
have
in.
to-
Listen, guys, Aditya SK says close friend in Ukraine. He's posting.
Hopefully it was startups though. Hopefully
I'm
he's
sorry.
safe.
Bhai, ये है ना,
It's just.
this is the
I
thing.
mean,
This is my
this is real
fundamental
comedy,
problem
man.
with social
Yeah.
media.
God.
बहन चोद पैंडेमिक में लकड़ी नहीं है बॉडी जलाने को और लोग नाच रहे इंस्टाग्राम पे, ठीक है? So please don't use Instagram as your fucking. Oh man.
It's also when it's in the same sentence. I hope you recover from cancer. Oh, by the way, guys, check out my new plants. In the same sentence sometimes. the Insta
Yeah,
goes
it
from one
literally
to the
feels
other.
like that. Chalo.
Correct.
Okay, AMS.
AMS, yes,
Segue.
sir.
We've lost Ayushi. Ayushi's got that long, sad look on her face.
No,
What happened?
no. I was just thinking
You
of
want to
social
see his
media.
hairy back? Akash?
He said he doesn't have a hairy
back.
back.
Where is your continuity,
No, he
Cyrus?
doesn't have a very hairy back. He has a hairy back.
Everyone
Not
has
a very
a
hairy
hairy
back.
back.
He said he has no hair on
I don't
his
have a hairy
back.
back.
I mean, but
I
everyone has
have a
hair.
back.
Everyone has hair on their back.
Every single female I've dated has had more hair on their back than me. At the back record, Ayushi, back record.
Is straight hair and curly hair?
proud to say.
What?
Everyone has two types of hair, Cyrus. There is the hair that
Ah.
we see. Then there is this little hair. You
This
remember
is
the-
hidden. Yeah, correct.
The
correct.
small.
जो हाथ में रहता है.
I don't have that.
चेहरे पे
I
भी
refuse
रहता
to
है.
accept it.
हाँ.
I don't have that. You're lying.
This- yeah.
Chinmay says my hair on back has joined to the back side of my head. Guys, I think
He has
Marvel
like a
missed out on a hair man.
Pangaya
There
of
should
like
be a
hair
man.
going on in the back of his. Take a question. Just
Okay,
take a
great.
question for the love of
Take
God.
the
The first question comes in from Info Shots.
She's become one of the lads. She's lost her personality. She's now just another guy hanging out with the guys talking rubbish. Yeah.
Do you all
Okay,
give
go
food
on.
after this? Is this?
We can get you food. yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Hey,
Oh,
is it possible to
ultimately-
get like coffee or something?
In
Of
charge
course.
kaun hai?
We
Gujarati
have 15
Manas.
minutes left.
15 minutes.
I
to give you
nothing
coffee.
I'll say.
Oh,
15
no,
minutes.
then I'll-
Sorry, you'll get over by then.
Chalo.
Yeah. But
Chalo.
So
Yeah,
next
Info
one
Shots.
ask.
Follow me at Instagram and Twitter on Bored Brocha. I'm so bored. I need your help. I need your love. I need your touch. Okay, just follow me.
Info Shots asks, hey everyone, do you all think getting rejected by a rickshawala is more hurtful than getting rejected by your crush? Cyrus, can you do an impression of how Mumbai rickshawalas reject passengers?
But they rejected
No, I've done
Hindi.
this. No,
All you had to do,
without
Cyrus-
a word, just a sound.
Yeah.
नहीं जाएगा. At some point you
That's
should
what I
just...
hated growing up. I hated the fact that they didn't respect you for once. Just say nahi.
Oh, you do that?
No, it's
I
a
just
low
get
food
in.
for me. Just say-
I've been asked to move out. If you just
they
get
don't
it
do with
directly...
women as much as they do with
Yeah,
men.
yeah.
With young men,
But-
especially when we were younger, they
But
used to
you
always
know-
say no to us.
Whether it's
Racism.
your, I feel it's whether it's the rickshawala or your crush. I think the key is to expect rejection. When you
Smart.
expect rejection,
Good life.
and then you don't
And
get
you're never
rejected.
disappointed.
Yeah, and you're like, whoa.
And in
is
this
too good.
question, the real problem is if your rickshawala is your crush. That's when you have issues that you have to worry about.
Yeah,
Then you have a bigger
That's a double
problem.
rejection.
because it's a lot of date पे
भैया
जाना है, नहीं
चलोगे?
जाएगा.
अगर तेरे को इतना इमोशन आ गया रिक्शा वाला से और कम गर्लफ्रेंड से,
Yeah.
can you imagine?
Correct.
That's going to take a lot of therapy.
But that's such
you
a-
know, I
it-
haven't gotten over
Also, by the way, just
andheri
to-
no.
No, just from just a humane perspective, it's so okay to be rejected by your crush. If they don't like you back, it's fine. You'll find someone else.
No, it's not. You should never get rejected by your crush.
No, I'm gonna
Last
provide
thing-
some voice of reason here, just to let people know that it's okay.
In cricketing terms, what Dravid said to Saha is similar. Ki boss, sorry, we have to reject you. You're 37.
On a more
It's a bit
human,
mean, but it's
no,
true.
But going deeper on the humor level there, I feel like, assuming that the rickshawala will say nahi jayega even to his wife is where we make the mistake. Because I'm sure the rickshawala isn't the rickshawala all the time. Like he
I
takes
don't
off the
think-
universe,
He's a-
then he's Pankaj, and then he
And
likes
he's a
to go to the
dad
beach.
and he's a husband,
Yeah.
he's a
No,
friend.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not nahi jayega. With the wife, he has to say nahi aayega. I mean, technically, I don't know whether
That's
that's
true.
right. Anyway,
Antariksh
That's
does
true.
not have a
Yeah.
problem with an auto because he has 6 cars.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Aakash, you don't know this.
No, but sometimes
found out the truth.
my driver takes an auto to our car to drive it then further, right? Sometimes that's required.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I get flat.
And he gets
footed in
rejected by
South
rickshaw
Bombay.
walas. So I hate
Sometimes-
rickshaw walas because of my driver.
Sometimes, no, you know what Antariksh does, Cyrus? He ties 7-8 rickshaws in front of his car. like you know, yeah, like huskies, you know, and then he whips them.
Hey, bhag.
And they
And do
crawl
they have
through
doggy
Powai
names?
like together, like as a
Huh?
one.
Does he have doggy names? Tommy, faster! Chalo, chalo.
Yeah. Stop slowing down. Correct.
Silverie, you're like my wife who thinks she's a lovely lady, but
You just look
who
weird.
says she's a leftist all the time
Yeah.
and leans towards the left, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
But at the
yeah.
end of the day, you can't go to the club and have runs for 1 hour and cycling for 1 hour and all these things. They don't work with being a leftist. So same thing with the comedian who's struggling and then you're very rich. I don't like this.
That's family
Aakash,
money,
any
man.
comments
I
about
didn't
this?
ask for this. I didn't ask for this money. I just have it.
Yeah, it's like Arjun
I hope they
Tendulkar,
give it
man.
all to
Like,
your
I'm
brother.
sorry, that
Yeah,
sentence,
maybe.
we're not going to touch it. The fact that he just said, I didn't ask for this money, I just have it.
Yeah, it's privilege. I'm admitting.
it's
I
like
have
Arjun
privilege,
Tendulkar
yes.
का बापू सचिन है यार, उसका क्या
Yeah,
गलती
उसका
है?
क्या गलती है?
I
Correct.
agree, but I
Yeah.
just like that he said that. There's a level of
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
he did
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Honestly.
You know, I was
I'm
just-
entitled to my privilege.
Ultimately, he's
is the
an
thing.
Indian
Yeah.
male, a Punjabi Indian male from Powai.
Do we want to
That's
take
not gonna
a
change.
second question?
At
Oh.
some point.
But the other Akash's joke came in the middle about South Bombay doesn't have an auto problem. We have a taxi problem, Akshay, not Akash.
अरे अक्षय
Let me
कैसा है?
correct
We have an
myself.
This is
Uber
a great
problem.
guy,
It's
huh,
too
by the way.
fucking money.
I know Akshay personally.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
He's a
You
good
know
guy.
Akshay very well.
Well, how do you
I
know
think
that
I
that's the
think
same
it's
Akshay
yeah,
K?
because
It's Akshay Kumar. It's Akshay Kumar.
point.
Akshay K. He doesn't have to say Kumar.
So many
Yeah. But I
Ks.
think there's
Real.
another Akshay K that
It's
also
the
comments
actor.
usually.
Akshay
It's,
K.
Oh,
if you
he
think it's
comments for
Akshay
you?
Kumar, Cyrus, it's
This
not
is a
Akshay
Bollywood
Kumar.
star.
Cyrus,
He's a huge fan of the show.
Akshay Kumar is.
Akash.
Why would he would WhatsApp you, Cyrus?
No, at 6 o'clock. Akshay Kumar packs up at 6 o'clock. You can ask. That's when we do the show.
Yeah.
6:01 he's online. You ask Silverie. Silverie sach batao.
Correct, every single time.
6:01.
That's why
And
Akshay
then
Kumar
he's
gets up
sending
so early and
Yeah.
does all his shooting early in the day so that he can
Only for
attend
the
this
podcast.
live stream. Yeah, correct.
Yes.
Makes perfect
I
sense.
know
hope
this
I-
is not in the news thing, but did you guys read about this little hovercraft that they made? So they made this one single person
Out of
Who
a
made?
Sandro.
quadcopter. No. It's a
Hyundai Sandro.
quadcopter, like a drone, but you can sit in it.
Where
Oh,
is
really?
it?
It's in the US and they are
Oh,
selling
you're
them.
talking about that. I
Yeah.
thought so. In Bombay, they made somebody made a Hyundai Santro into a helicopter.
Okay,
Okay, and people can like hire it for weddings and all. if
that's
you want.
amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, dude.
No.
Where?
Yeah.
That's a
I mean, it's
hazard.
very-
That's
no,
like a
it's-
safety
it's-
hazard.
I'll show you a photo.
That's an
It looks-
accident
It
waiting
looks
to
very
happen.
safe. Okay, let me just
It
show you a
looks
photo.
very
A
safe.
Wait.
One second. Hold on. A
I feel like I'm
Santro
in the
doesn't
other
look
room.
safe.
It's 15K. It's rent for rent.
15K?
The rent is 15K. Ladies and gentlemen, अगर तुम्हें मौत में गिरने गए,
देखो
You have to
ना,
pay 15K.
you have to give 15K an hour. Oh my God! I would
an
not.
hour.
I don't like helicopters as a concept. I feel they are very
Yes.
unsafe.
So many people have died in helicopters. It makes me just feel like I do not want to be on a helicopter.
Everybody dies in helicopters.
The statistic is still less than how many people die in cars. in
Fair,
terms of percentage.
but I
Yeah.
would say
That's why Antariksh is 6. He's spreading his odds across
Yeah.
like many of
yeah.
them.
So quadcopter.
No, he's
is better.
embarrassed because he's not mentioned about the helicopter also in the garage.
Yeah.
That's not come out yet. That'll come out slowly.
You have a
Evacuation
helicopter?
plan yet to be approved.
Yeah, of course. I have 2 helicopters and a
He
private
looks
jet
like
also.
a helicopter pilot right now.
Yeah,
with that,
exactly.
thing
So I'm
that
gonna
he's
go
wearing.
fly after
somewhere
that
in Miami.
Yeah, you
Somewhere
look
one of these,
It's like as close to camo
He's
as
like
he can get.
he's a millionaire from Rio. Like, you know how in Rio all the rich people take copters because no, the roads are shit.
Yeah.
So all the rich people just go around in helicopter taxis. So that's what he is.
And you had the guts to ask me where I was when I was telling you I was running literally pedal from there to here. You could have sent your helicopter.
No,
for
he
me.
could have sent his auto huskies. He should have.
Guys, slight correction. The car was Tata Nano, not Santro.
That makes
That
it
changes
worse.
everything.
know.
That
makes
changes
it-
I know it.
everything.
That makes it
I
so
know.
much
We can't
worse.
get a
We have to show it to you
auto
guys.
expert.
But,
We can't get a Tata Nano anymore, right? They don't make it, so we can't even like.
Yeah.
Can we get it? I want to get one.
Why?
I feel that's my car.
तेरे इनोवा की डिक्की में जगह है क्या बहुत ज्यादा?
अरे क्या बात है? Size is not everything, right, Ayushi? All this. talk about
Absolutely.
size is-
Absolutely.
I don't know if you've ever had a chance to drive a Nano. But
I
it's-
didn't fit
you
really
didn't-
well.
The length was a problem?
Yes.
guys, look how safe
You
this looks.
didn't
Yeah.
fit.
This
such a
does
safe
not
looking
look
car.
safe. This looks like The fuck, dude? It feels.
Is it the tricolor that we're looking at? Or
This
just
one, no,
colours?
this one here. This is obviously the one. That one is, I think, a concept image or something. This is the one. This is the one that is realistically made.
The fuck, dude.
Oh, man.
And it flies, huh?
Yeah, it gets rented out for weddings.
Yeah. My God.
Really want to test
I
you
don't want to.
for your wedding day.
You have like 5 minutes left on the show. You want to take another question,
Let's
or
take
you
another
want?
Yeah,
I
correct.
thought we just.
I feel,
Have you never been on this show
I
before?
have.
Akash, I feel Ayushi is being mildly critical of the show, and I blame Silverie for this.
No, I think
I
it's.
should
I'm not
established
being
also.
mildly critical. I
being
just wanted to take
majorly
another question because I didn't want to look at this thing anymore.
No, Ayushi is saying.
I also didn't want to look at it.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell it was.
Yeah, it was making me
It
uncomfortable.
was a flying car. I would totally ride
It
on
was making me uncomfortable. It had something, it had a nano with something growing out of it. It wasn't nice.
All these things anyway have this sort of phallic effect. Sometimes, if you look at it from perspective, it's always that. I don't know. I can't bear it anymore.
Yeah.
You're right to bring it up, Ayushi.
Yeah.
Cyrus,
notice.
that was the
Yeah.
reason you couldn't bear it because I don't think anyone has made it a phallic object.
Uh,
Hello. Hi, Asha.
Hello.
Hello.
Look, my wife's away, so why don't you just lie on the bed there for some time and I'll just finish my. Alka, just give me 5 minutes, Alka. What a
Okay.
sweet smile, teenager. No, okay. Ow.
This is a family
She
show.
touched the hell.
Yeah.
Aisha,
No,
don't you have a
sometimes-
hellish
Yeah, and that's Cyrus's family.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
sometimes Cyrus's
That's
daughter
what I said.
comes in.
I didn't mean anything
Shouts
else.
at us.
Your mind went there.
See,
Yeah,
listen to what she's saying. Do I have
sure.
a hellish back?
What are you saying?
My back, is it hellish?
Back, front, up, down.
Okay, that's too much. Get lost. That is not necessary. It's about the back. You don't have to mention everything else. You destroy me forever.
All right. Next
Yeah.
question comes in from Kapil. Kapil Guhan asks, Cyrus, your son is in Canada. I am in Canada too. How is he coping up with the winter season over here?
So he refused to take clothes. He refused to let us buy anything. And then one day he was in the hospital
Oh, wow.
with frostbite and everything else.
Roaming around.
What?
So finally everything is.
Hey,
Yeah, I was being very adamant about all this.
you read about that
And then he got-
Olympian whose penis got frostbite while he was doing one of the
Oh,
cross
yeah.
country something
Oh,
skiing
no.
or
That's
something.
terrible, yeah.
Yeah, and that's a part of him that got frozen.
Yeah, and he lost it.
No, they saved it.
Oh, they saved it.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's
It's
probably
an
because.
interesting topic. Ayushi, nice to bring it to our notice
makes a
again.
lot of sense.
But
No,
the
think
helicopter
about
pissed you off because of its
How would you
shape.
say something
And
so
the double
but
yeah.
here's-
You know,
here's what-
I honestly would never have spoken about something. It's your stupid show that makes me talk about these dumb topics.
But this is
It's
this
our
is
fault that
amazing.
none of us know about this guy.
But
Yeah,
just think
yeah.
about it.
And it was a
Think-
Norwegian
Think
guy,
about
maybe.
this, right? Because there's no
Norwegian
blood going
what?
there. When he's cross country skiing,
Mm.
there's no extra blood going there, so there's nothing to keep
Shouldn't
it
be,
warm.
but maybe
It was
he
very
was
cold.
aroused while skiing.
Yeah. Huh?
The pants are really tight. You might be aroused while skiing. You don't know for sure.
He's enjoying himself so much.
Yeah.
No, he's not enjoying. I mean, it's like a runner's high, right? Like you go into the zone, right?
Yeah, yeah,
like so
yeah.
you forget your
But-
body.
Okay, Gary wants to know how did they say?
They thawed it.
Is there a process?
They thought, yeah, they put it in the microwave with defrost.
One second, it fell off.
So you're saying they cut it off? Put it in the
It
microwave.
fell off.
Put it back? Oh, okay, got
They
it.
just
Dr.
had a
Aakash,
heater
Dr.
near it.
आकाश, take us through the process. अभी क्या
What was
क्या
it though? You
करना
can
है?
look it up. It
They
was,
अगर
must
ये
have
हुआ
just like,
तो-
you know how we do now when our hands get cold? We
yeah,
just go,
exactly.
And there are lots of male nurses in the Winter Olympics and this kind of thing. So I'm sure that would be
Yeah.
fun. What's she
Pahadi
doing?
nurses, like with big lungs.
She's trying
you
to
know?
find the image.
Yeah, I'm not the image. I'm just trying to.
We can't show the image.
No,
Show is
no.
all about
Guys,
frozen
He was
Start with
pasta.
the
from
war.
Finland, and he suffered unbearable frostbite in an unfortunate area while completing the race, which he later
Did he win the race?
no. It
All for
it
nothing.
delayed the race. It delayed the race and reduced the skiing
Well, they
distance.
searched for his
Also, by
penis.
the way, I hate you all because look at what I have got as an ad just underneath. Philips men's body razor.
It's off camera. No, it can't be seen probably. Okay,
I'm
right.
not kidding. I'm
Yeah,
not kidding. That's a Philips
I
body.
saw
But that's
male
not
chest or
us. That's
something.
your phone,
That's a
man.
male
Your phone
torso.
is fucking.
No,
is,
that's because
wait,
it's listening to
hairless
me.
male
Will
torso.
they
It's
follow the
listening
fact-
to
Will
me.
they follow the fact that you go on looking at the same topic, or hence the algorithm?
No,
finds something
it's
similar?
listening to me.
No. I don't want to know more. I'm
Yeah.
little worried now. Yeah.
Hmm.
I am
We go
upset.
into
Next
the-
question.
The Ayushi files. My God.
No.
She's
Next-
changed. 4 podcasts later, she's a different Ayushi.
The next question is a great one about Ayushi. It's for
Okay.
Ayushi. Comes from Ashwini Deshpande.
I
He
have
says,
no shipping information for you.
Ashwini Deshpande.
What is
not
the
shipping.
question? Okay.
She says Ayushi
you
is a
do?
cutie. Ashwini says Ayushi is a cutie. When I used to listen to her podcast, I still do listen to it. I felt she is extremely bossy, but now here in CNB, she has proven me wrong. Much love.
I was bossy there as well. I can assure you. You can ask
Have you
Natasha.
ever mentioned frostbitten penises on your podcast?
That
You
was
have not.
never the topic.
This wasn't a
That's
topic
no
here
excuse.
also.
But
You
there
got
is
it.
no
Silverie
topic
said-
here.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Silverie
My
told
show
the topic.
used to
We'll
have
cut to that for
topics.
penis topics.
We
The
used
show
to
is
have
called
topics.
Cock and Bull.
Exactly.
We
And
gotta
I'm
talk
on
about
brand.
cocks eventually.
I'm on
80%.
brand.
What led you astray?
I am on brand by bringing up frostbitten
Yeah.
phallic
Exactly.
body parts. I am actually very on brand.
You brought up the cock and we responded with some bull. And it's perfect.
Absolutely. Yeah. And at the end of the day, we still don't know what happened to it.
Yeah.
No one's
No,
clear.
they saved it. It was fine.
It's fine.
So he's a working man again, or that's going to be a problem, or he's one fin short.
Let's call him and ask.
He said it's the worst competition he's ever taken part in. Of course.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess
Fair.
so.
What else?
I guess so.
What
I mean,
else
the
you
other
say,
time, what happened? You forgot your ski, or somebody beat you. You lost your penis.
Oh,
No
and
comparison.
actually, when the body part starts to warm up, the pain is actually even
Worse.
more
Yeah.
unbearable.
That's what we
He
just
has
Bigfoot just
had-
said that.
Guys, this is the second time that this has happened to him.
What?
He had the exact same injury during a race in Finland in 2021, which is
Man,
over.
wait. There's something wrong with his posture, the way he's skiing or something. That day is getting too much wind or something. Yeah. Man, wait. He knows he needs to wear a pant when he's doing skiing,
Okay,
right?
literally, at
It's
the
not-
last line of this article is Team Finland needs to take a serious look at the athletes' protective clothing.
Yeah.
And this is like men's health. Like, I'm not reading some crap.
Maybe he's so well endowed, he uses one ski and that. Maybe that's one of the things.
Anyway.
Sure.
Last, we have
Yes,
30 seconds
few
left,
more.
Cyrus.
Yes. This one comes for Aakash from Anurag
Oh.
Chaudhary. He says, Aakash has been to law school. Did he learn to cheat at online quizzes there?
Arey yaar, this is the same thing. People think I cheated in an online quiz.
Which quiz was this?
The Kumar Varun quiz.
Oh, okay. Quizzing with comedians.
Yeah. So
How
now,
can you cheat unless he tells you the...
You can't cheat. Like, you can cheat very
They-
easily.
no,
but
because it's-
the hope is that you don't because it's such low stakes.
Yeah, and I just like, you know how fidgety I am. No, so people think that I'm like looking stuff up on the screen and shit.
Oh.
But I'm just like a nerdy
But
guy.
you're
dude.
you're like the Finnish guy who's
But-
basically checking to see if it's there.
Yeah, Cyrus, that's like
Why? He can't go for lunch without like, give me a second, honey. Okay,
Yeah.
let's eat.
Cyrus, that's like us
He can't do
accusing
anything.
Amit of looking up
I was
words,
gonna
of, the,
say,
words
yeah,
of
I
the
was
day.
gonna say
It's
that's
basically
like
the same
accusing
thing.
Amit, yeah. But
Basically the same thing.
we were there and he wasn't looking
Silverie,
up.
Yeah, he
does Amit
wasn't.
cheat?
Yeah. I mean, let's say yes, he does. Yeah. How? There's no way he knows that. So yes,
Did
he
you
cheats.
cheat though?
No.
Okay.
Why would I cheat
I mean, you
in something
can
that has
be
no
honest on
stakes?
this show, sir.
Oh, it has no
Akash.
stakes? There was
No,
nothing
you
to
don't
win?
anything. So like,
That's sad.
What benefit
Yeah,
do
bragging
I gain?
rights.
Like, what
They say
bragging
if
rights?
I don't know.
men-
That I beat
I
3
beat
comedians in a fucking quiz?
It's very
Akash,
low
competitive
stakes.
people,
Huh?
competitive people just like to win. Competitive people who are very competitive just like to win. It's not really about
I'm
the
not
prize
a
ever, they just like
competitive
to win.
person.
It's a winning. It's a spiritual thing.
Man, it was
You're very
lockdown. I
competitive.
was fucking bored.
Silverie grew a beard. You grew a beard.
Hey, it's the other way around, huh? Antariksh grew a beard because I
Oh,
grew a
it's the other way
beard.
around?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. All right.
Did you always have a beard?
I mean,
Anyway.
you always known me with a beard, man.
Yeah, and you've always known me with a beard.
No, yeah. Okay, yeah, probably. Yes.
So
That's
we're-
true. Yeah, also-
Cyrus has lost control of the show.
No, listen. What you don't understand? They know each other since they were 2 years old. These are freaks.
Oh, really?
2-year-old kids with beards. Yeah.
I
Okay.
felt for that.
Okay, this is
He got
interesting.
accused of cheating in chess. as
Yeah,
well.
that's what. So
Yeah.
like, this is why I just avoid this fucking whole.
Well, maybe did you cheat in chess?
No, man.
You keep saying
I
no,
keep-
but people keep bringing it up.
Because it's the 2 things that I did online. Akash definitely cheated. See the slow mo.
There is this person had the time to go watch it.
That's what.
There's a slow mo of
I
you
don't-
not cheating, but it looks like
Like
you're
a
cheating.
No, I think
Apparently-
I think someone must have like just decrease the speed
Yeah,
on
on the YouTube
video.
player.
Yeah.
But like, that's what
Either
I'm
a
saying. Like,
huge
it's such a
fan
rabbit
or
hole to
really
get into.
everything going on in his life.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, really, man.
Slow-mo of the
Like,
finger.
did Akash cheat or did he not, man?
Yeah, that's a like, man, you have a lot of time, dude. Like,
0.25x is very slow. Yeah. Slippery Slytherin asks,
Amazing.
why do Indians shame pube trimming?
who
I don't know.
shames pube
What's the
trimming?
right word for that? It's not called pube trimming.
Shaving
What's it
pubes? That's what it's called.
called? Deforestation.
Nowadays they call it manscaping.
Manscaping. Yes,
I
that's
like
the-
manscaping,
manscaping.
correct.
though.
Manscaping.
That
I-
sounds much better.
No,
Yeah.
I-
Escaping the man.
Pube trimming.
You know, I would talk about it, but my mom watches this show, so I won't.
I have always believed कि body hair, why care? You know, I feel like everybody, guys, girls, who gives a fuck? It's who you are, just the way you are. It doesn't
No,
really-
you should. I mean,
You can get your feminism card at the door on your way out. You can
No,
pick it up.
but see,
But I
it's-
have this with my fiance all the time. We talk about this like all the time. Where
It's
like,
nice to shave. It's because it shows that you care about the other person.
fair.
It's
Like,
One sec.
No, it's
Which
not-
one of
I
you
mean, no,
is
it's in sense. Like
if
what's
it's
going
how
on?
you
don't-
value things
Aakash,
in that
what are you
relationship,
saying?
right? Like if it's, for example, if your partner really likes somebody who is like all trimmed up and shit, and
Yeah.
you do it, it's like, oh, I'm doing this for you,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Right.
But like I'm the partner who in a relationship will be like, listen, like I'm not that guy. Like I actively would avoid that if I could. So it's your call.
But it's
So you
also
don't-
like some people just like
you,
doing it
you've
for
never
yourself.
shaved down there.
No, I have shaved in my
So,
life
yeah.
because I've
Okay.
been that partner in a relationship who's like, okay, chalo, मैं तो enthusiastic हूँ,
Nice,
आपको
okay,
चाहिए तो
yeah, yeah.
करेंगे. But like, you know, it's not something I
But
particularly...
you can also just do it for yourself. Like, I mean, some
You
people
can,
just enjoy doing
yeah,
it for themselves.
yeah,
It's not like
yeah.
for anyone else. It's just you
Yeah,
prefer.
You
Yeah.
don't need to finish that.
That's it.
Yeah.
We can ask this question to all panelists, but basically, you trim your pubes. You
Pube shaming
manscape.
happens
Akash.
only when you use the
No.
smart trimmer on your face. The same trimmer
I'm a
on your
little
face.
confused. Do you land manscape or not?
No.
He said landscape.
I do landscape though occasionally. I'm trying to make a koi pond.
I literally just bought a Manscaped trimmer.
Yeah.
I just bought
I
it.
thought
like
he was going to
last
say he's
month.
bought a
Your
landscape.
mom listens
Like,
to this.
he bought-
Auntie,
What's on
auntie,
landscape? What's on
just
landscape?
check. What the hell?
Yeah, mom. Yeah, I'm
Bought it for your-
considerate of my
Oh.
sexual partners, mom. It's a good thing. Yeah.
Ayushi, we won't ask you. Don't worry. There's a limit.
Cyrus,
I
Yeah.
wasn't going to answer
But if you
anyway.
would like to
I think
speak
answers
on your
have-
own accord,
No.
if you would
I'm
like
going
to
to
speak.
respectfully pass and say, Cyrus, if you had a stripper name, what would it be and why?
It had no. There's a
Maybe
rule,
not.
right? It has to be like the street you grew up on and something. What is it?
That's a meme.
Is
I
that
don't-
a
Yeah.
thing?
No, that's the thing. Yeah,
What's
yeah.
it? What is it? The street you grew up on?
It's the street you grew up
Malabar
on.
Malini.
Is
And
the first name
and your first pet is the last name.
and the first pet.
What if you didn't have? Oh no.
Or something
I had a
else.
fish.
Something else.
Well, mine would be Altamount Lemon.
August
That's
Pankaj.
weird. Your first pet
Malabar
name was
Figaro.
I had a fish called
I
Pankaj.
don't think we're getting work.
I had a fish named Lemon. They would have gotten along, I think.
Napi and Moti. No, sorry.
Yeah,
Napi and Sea Road Moti.
That's a fun question though. Like, if you were a stripper,
Yeah.
because if you've seen that movie, that the one with
Magic
Channing
Mike.
Tatum, oh man, and they're all like, damn,
They
hot.
all manscape.
yeah,
I
they all
got
manscaped.
asked to do a bachelorette thingy once
Yeah?
when I was younger. I didn't do it though. I got scared. So because women can be very critical.
I did 2 bachelorette parties as a comic,
It
and it
stays
was
with you.
yeah, it messes with you
You know.
Why?
Goes off.
because they get very
Because
unruly.
they're aggressive and when they're together like that. It's like
Yeah.
a herd of, it's dangerous.
And
They
it's-
can take you down, your self-esteem,
Like-
self-confidence.
Yeah, and
Or
one was very
people-
like nice, but the other one they were just very like they felt like it was an excuse to be inappropriate and drunk. So that is the
Oh.
problem. But
And
otherwise,
that's when he was forced to manscape.
And
And
there's
this
too
car
many
stays with
penises
him,
in the
ladies and
room.
gentlemen. Yes.
It's like a
Too
lot.
many.
Everything is penis. Like cake is penis, and I'm like thoda like कम हो सकता था. Like थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो गया. Like I was
All this has come from Ayushi's one comment about the Finnish guy.
I was just sharing the news.
We've gone
I was
downhill after
just
that.
giving you-
downhill.
I was your Olympic correspondent today, and I was giving you the hot takes from the coal land, and then you guys took it to this level.
Tomorrow we have someone from the Bajrang Dal coming on, so we'll balance it out nicely. We've got the whole view will be different.
Please don't
Fine.
tell him my name.
Can you do last question? This one comes in from Tushar Sharma. He says, offices are about to open and now I don't feel like going back to office. What could be a motivating reason to
Silverie,
ever go back
you
to the
answer
office,
that.
guys?
You don't even come to office. You
I
should
mean,
tell
yeah.
him.
So, dude, I hate
Yeah.
traveling. It's the traffic from Powai to Khar, man. It's a
No,
nightmare.
but has it exactly? But the 2 years of being at home has softened.
It
you a
has
little bit. Now,
definitely
a lot of
softened
people
us.
feel-
Dude, I've realized I can do all my work at home. This is what it is. I can do recording at home.
Really
I
I
can.
can't do any of my work at
Yeah.
home.
So
I need to go on
yeah.
stage to do my job. So
I
it's
mean
very
that
difficult
yes.
to do
This
it from
job
home.
wise, I can do most things. At
I
home.
have to go to office. I have to see the team. I can't do this. I hate
I
it.
feel the journey to work and back from work is something I actually missed when the pandemic
I
happened.
enjoy my journey.
I don't miss that.
Because
at
you
all,
know, it's
man.
भले 1 घंटा है मुंबई में and
I don't know.
सड़ू
I'm
है,
still
but
stuck
It's
on
alone time.
landscaping.
I would rather like sleep in that time or like actually just work a little bit more.
yeah,
man,
but
at
I
home.
make you can sleep in the train also and in the cab also. But
Yeah,
I like to
man.
like I leave that 2 hours. I know I have things to read up
Mhm.
on.
No,
things
I
to
drive.
listen to.
No, that's the thing.
Same,
6 cars.
same.
How, then how do you sleep while driving?
No, I don't
sleep
sleep
on
while
the-
driving.
No, I
you
drive,
sleep
but
while you
I
sleep.
enjoy it because I catch up on my podcast, music.
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
like
that-
Listen to
I do,
Cyrus Says.
Yeah,
on your
yeah.
way there.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what I do.
One sec. Ayushi, so what you're saying is that you drive and listen to all this at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah, podcast and
I definitely always listen to your show every day. I don't
Right.
miss it at
No,
all.
There's
Ever,
no need to be
ever.
sarcastic and all. That was not my point. My point is that you're watching and listening to things while driving. You'll be distracted.
not
No, I
watching.
don't
You are
watch.
done over
I don't
someone
watch.
Some
No,
young
no.
guy who's never manscaped in his life, never had a chance. Boom, you've run him over. He's dead, and that's it. He'll never know better.
I listen to podcasts in their pure form, which is just audio.
Just audio, ladies and gentlemen. How much better do we look on that podcast?
I'm kind of glad people listen
Okay.
to this on audio.
Right, that's it.
I always dress like it's gonna be.
I mean, I've
Hold
come
on, I
from
thought-
work.
Okay, so give Silverie the good news. You can take the shirt off now. The show's over.
Okay, thanks.
The
Are we
shame-
done?
The shame is done.
Yeah.
Yeah?
We're done.
We're
We're
done.
done.
Bye.
Dinner time, bro. I'm waiting for my wife to start screaming. Which is any
Amazing.
moment now, not in a good way. Yeah.
All
All right.
Thanks for having
Bye,
me.
guys.
And
See
all
you.
around,
Thank you. Bye, guys.
go to the Finnish athlete.
Oh,
Always the
yes.
work
Our
to do
best.
podcast choices. Wow. Thank you.
Nice.
Barath.
Balachandran. Thank you, Bharat.
Bharat.
All right. Bye-bye,
Sounds
guys.
like Barack.
Okay, catch us on any of the podcasting apps, please. We beg you, we need you. Send us your questions on Twitter on Cyrus Says In, or you can email us, even if you're not female, on whatcyrussays@gmail.com.
सफर, रास्ते, मंजिल और मुकाम अक्सर ये हमसे कुछ कहना चाहते हैं, पर हम हैं कि अपनी रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी में इन्हें सुनने से कतराते हैं। नमस्ते दोस्तों, मेरा नाम है केशव चतुर्वेदी और मैं आपको ले चलूंगा कुछ ऐसे सफर पर जहां आपको एक नया नजरिया मिलेगा सफर और मंजिलों को देखने का। आइए इन किस्से कहानियों में डूब जाएं, हर मंगलवार और शुक्रवार।
Eventually, you'll see the end of your childhood,
Get accustomed to womanhood.
enjoy the experience of sisterhood,
Might get to wifehood
or not, choose motherhood,
or not. You'll learn to define your personhood.
earn a livelihood,
Change the neighborhood.
and get rid of the falsehood that life post-academia is easy.
So join me, Natasha,
And me, Ayushi,
on a journey from station starting point.
to station, what now?
Next station, Pudin station, and hopefully, Agla station, adulthood.
Fresh episodes out every Thursday.